Saludos, ¿qué tal? How's everybody doing? God bless everybody that is watching. Let's see if we can get some people on the live feed so we can start giving information to you guys. See if YouTube gives out notifications to people. Apparently, it's not helping me. YouTube is not helping me with notifications. God bless everybody that is watching. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. How's everybody doing? Let's thank God for another day, for giving us 2 legs, 2 arms, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, and eyes that we can see. God bless everybody. I did a live feed in the morning at Facebook, and my manager did me the favor of putting it on YouTube later on. But I will do, as I am compromised with the American public and YouTube, I will do my live feed in YouTube for you guys, exactly as, regarding what it was given, the information that it was given out this morning. God bless every single one of you. Now, wow. Talk about border security and what Trump is saying yesterday, what he said on TV. He's talking about the COVID situation, what is happening really in our country. Is it a reality or is it a lie? Is it a fact that Mexico is having a humongous problem with COVID? More than 85,000 deaths have been registered at COVID in Mexico. That is a smokescreen that supposedly is created for the real number that is over 200,000 people that they have died and passed away due to this horrible virus that it was created to decrease the population and to have control of humanity. Now, let's go right into the facts. What is going on with Trump? Is he talking about reality or he is sugarcoating his information? Never. Donald Trump would always give you the reality and the truth straight to your face. And in this information that he was just speaking about border security and the enormous conflict of being infected with COVID, going back and forth, he's talking about his own people and also residents of the United States of America. The people that live in Mexico because they don't want to pay the enough rent, and also that it's really expensive to live in the United States of America, so they come to Mexico and live, and they cross every day the border to go to work. Those are U.S. citizens, residents, and also people that they are essential or they have a work visa. So those are the individuals that they're bringing back and forth, probably the virus, from one country to another. And he's speaking specifically to that. He's not speaking about the Mexican people. He's speaking specifically of the border situation and the border crisis that is occurring. Now, he's talking about also, ultimately, the drug trafficking and the human smuggling and also child trafficking that is occurring in our country of Mexico. It's enormous. It's huge. It is unstoppable force that he has known and he has acknowledged as soon as he stepped into office. Mexico is number 1 for cartel activity and number 2 for child trafficking and killings of women. So ultimately, he knows that there's a problem in Mexico with the insecurity and the borders. There's no facts. There's a problem, and it has already been established. It is a problem. There's no lie. There's no protecting, the lie. There's no going behind and saying, no, that's a lie, Oscar. There's no problem with the borders. We have seen it. There's statistics. There's facts. And one of them is really strong, that 2 borders that connect to the United States of America, that is Juarez, that connects to El Paso, and Tijuana, that connects to California. Both of them are the number 1 and number 2 cities of most dangerous cities in the world for killings of people. So it's outstanding. So for Donald Trump to say, we have been reinforcing the border, it is an absolute fact. If you get to the statistics of how many people have crossed illegally through mountains and also through the parts where the wall was being built, it has decreased on a 90+%. Walls work, and it has given an actual positive statistic to every single one that did not believe that walls were working. Now, talking about different situation, another different situation. When it comes to drug trafficking and the amounts of heroin that they have been detected, not only in Texas and also in New Mexico, and also in Arizona. 238% has increased on detentions with people crossing illegally heroin. What tells you? It tells you that the Department of Homeland Security, they are now doing their job as where they were in the administration of Obama. Amazing. Amazing. Unbelievable. It is a complete fact that drug trafficking in our country of Mexico exists, and it is a complete fact that in our country we have a problem, and it is a humongous problem with drug trafficking and child trafficking. Child trafficking, for God's sake, more than 34,000 kids have been trafficked into caravans since AMLO started his administration in 2018. 72,000 and plus going in the administration of Trump. Children that they have been detained at the borders, unaccompanied children. What it tells you that? It tells you that the actual fact that more than 90,000 children that they have been lost in 2014 in the administration of Obama was a correct number. Why? Because nobody, if the administration of Obama was still right now in progress, believe me, they would not give this number right now to the population. Now, sorry if I'm moving, the phone is getting heated up, and you know iPhone does not have a good system for ventilation on the battery. Now, let's talk about what Joe Biden said. Joe Biden talked about drug addiction and how he's trying to help people with drug addiction. Now, he's not looking at the reality of the problem. Joe Biden is not looking at the reality of the problem. The reality of the problem is, people, that Donald Trump is doing a magnificent job on detaining the drug trafficking into his country. That is the number one thing that he needs to stop, the drug trafficking to his country. You eliminate the seller, and also you decrease the buyer. And who's the buyer? The United States of America. The United States of America has a huge drug addiction problem, but it's because of the enormous drug trafficking that is occurring to the country. You eliminate the number one source, that is the drug trafficker, and you will detain and you will decrease a lot of drug abuse in the United States of America. And he is not saying anything about that. Why? There's, the drug business is a humongous and multi-billion business. It has to do a lot with ties with the cartel, and it has to do a lot with ties with criminal organizations. As Barack Obama was extremely effective and tied to what the Enrique Peña Nieto administration was doing with the Sinaloa cartel, and then with the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, the CGNG cartel later on. Now, this is the things that they make a difference of a leader. When Donald Trump says we need to get rid of all the cartel organizations, we need to name them as terrorist organizations. Ultimately, we need to protect our country from them to coming in. As a comparison to what Joe Biden is doing, that he's saying, you know what, we are trying to eliminate the drug abuse in our country. Yes, there's extremely drug abuse, and it is a great strategy. But the most direct strategy to eliminate the source is to go directly to the source, man. Why are you trying to eliminate one problem to one problem to one problem when you can eliminate the whole root of the problem, get rid of the whole root of the problem, and then you can heal your country by creating programs. In the meantime that you are eliminating the gigantic problem, you are creating programs for drug abuse. It's not only the drug addiction. It's not only the addictions. It's also eliminating the problem. You eliminate the problem, and then you dedicate yourself to the addiction. That is when you understand that Joe Biden does not know what the hell is going on with the enormous drug trafficking that is occurring in your country. That is when they don't know. And that is when you start understanding that when it comes to international affairs, Joe Biden is not prepared at all. It demonstrates every time that he opens his mouth that he's not prepared at all. Now, thank you so much, Norma Hoang. Thank you so much for your contribution. Super Chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless every single one of you. Now, let's go to what happened with the person that was detained yesterday in L.A. That is a huge accomplishment And nobody's giving that accomplishment to the person itself that it is the American government. This is a humongous accomplishment by the DEA, as Salvador Cienfuegos has been leaked to cartel and non-criminal organizations. One of them that it has been leaked is to the CGNG cartel. Why he has detained? Because of the enormous drug trafficking that he was transporting from one country to another. He was the ex-chief of national security of our country. Imagine the opening, then the power that he had for people to come in with the organizations like La FARC from Colombia and also Cartel de los Soles from Venezuela. That is not speculation. William Barr has confirmed that Nicolas Maduro, socialist dictator, has been moving metric tons of cocaine around the world, which means that all the cocaine that is being moved from Ecuador, from Venezuela to Ecuador, and from Ecuador to Guatemala, and from Guatemala to Mexico, is coming from that place, from that particular place. So now you get this organization that is called La FARC that has been leaked to the Sinaloa cartel and to Chapo Guzman, amazingly. And what happened in the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto, the past president, that this guy, the general Salvador Cienfuegos, ex-national security guy from our government, what happened? El Chapo Guzman got captured, and as soon as the Chapo Guzman got captured, the cartel CGNG went into rise, and now they're leaking that Salvador Cienfuegos is the one that gave that power to CGNG. So it was all the strategy to move a gigantic piece of a puzzle that it was a gigantic piece of the puzzle to move El Chapo Guzman and to put another cartel in charge of our country. That is the cartel of CGNG. Wow. Now that El Chapo Guzman is in prison in the United States of America, he has been opening his mouth. And all these politicians that have a lot of power, like this general, thank you so much, Chris. Keep up the great reporting. Oh, yeah. Track time, another COVID-19 message. Message me now later, and I'll tell you about it. God bless you, Chris. And, this is amazing. I will tell you why. This is how it works in Mexico. When you try to get rid of a person that already has a lot of power, like it was in Chapo Guzman, you eliminate the root, and then you implement another cartel to take over the relations that they had with South America, Central America, and the world, and that is CGNG. And whoever was moving that spider web was Cienfuegos. Also another one was Luis Videgaray, that it was part of the government of Enrique Peña Nieto, and also the president, Enrique Peña Nieto, and Osorio Chong, the guy for international relations, that he was in charge at that particular time, at that particular president. All of them have been leaked to this criminal organization and to the enormous drug trafficking and enormous kidnapping in around the world. What really put the red dot on Salvador Cienfuegos was the enormous inhumane crimes that he was doing, like killing innocent indigenous people and also killing the 43 students that they were protesting against a politician in south of Mexico. He was the one that killed them, and he was the one that gave the order to assassinate these people, and it gave the order to disappear these students. Amazingly, these kind of crimes were not processed in the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto, and ultimately, now the president of Mexico, he's taken the credit of what the United States government has done, that it was a thoroughly investigation on Salvador Cienfuegos, the general from Mexico. This captured is a merit to the United States of America. It's not a merit to the government of Mexico. Even the president today in the morning, the socialist dictator Andrés Manuel López Obrador, gave a statement today in the morning and said, we did not have an investigation on Salvador Cienfuegos. There was no reason for us to have an investigation on Salvador Cienfuegos, which this information comes with investigations on New York, and also the DEA having specific investigations on Salvador Cienfuegos, which led to the capture of him in LA that he was with his family. Nobody knew that Salvador Cienfuegos was in the United States of America, and nobody knew that Salvador Cienfuegos has committed these crimes in Mexico. A lot of the people did not know until the DEA captured this guy and knows that Salvador Cienfuegos is linked to, is collided and working with El Cartel de los Soles from Nicolas Maduro and also with the organization of La FARC. And not only that, that he has been moving tons of metric tons of drugs into our country of Mexico, and ultimately the main goal is to the United States of America. Wow. Oh my God. This is what is called mafia. This is when the word comes in that there's a mafia. You destitute and you move El Chapo Guzman to get another cartel in place. Now, what has been happening? Why all of a sudden, President AMLO has come out and said, you know what, we need to remove all the people and we need to fight all this corruption. Do you know why? President AMLO has been, and it's speculated, that all his campaign was paid by the cartel of Sinaloa and El Chapo Guzman. Probably there was an arrangement between the president of Mexico, now the president in function, that is of AMLO, and at that particular time, El Chapo Guzman. So he will still continue to be the leader in our country. What happened not too long ago? President AMLO released El Chapo Guzman's son, Ovidio Guzman, when he was captured. He gave the order to release him because he did not want it bloodshed into the city of Culiacan. So he released his son. Later on, months later, you saw President AMLO at a mountain in La Tuna in Sinaloa, Culiacan, saluting and saying hi to the mom of El Chapo Guzman, shaking his hand. Later on that day, you saw him at a gathering eating tacos with family members of El Chapo Guzman and brother-in-laws of El Chapo Guzman. This, people, it leads you to understand that the president is trying to eliminate now the CGNG cartel and going after them and putting everything back to normal, as putting the Sinaloa cartel in charge of the drug trafficking in our country of Mexico, working with South America cartel, that is the FARC, trying to eliminate the CGNG and try to put Sinaloa cartel back into its function and back into its power, and giving El Chapo Guzman this power that he has lost in the administration of Enrique Peña Nieto, with Salvador Cienfuegos, the general that got arrested in the United States of America. Wow. Amazing. It's amazing how they play their pieces of the puzzle. I move you, you take you out. Now I have the power, I take you out, I put another one in. It is absolutely amazing, people. It's completely amazing. But that is how, and believe me, Salvador Cienfuegos, the general that just got arrested in your country of the United States of America, he's going to speak. And he's going to talk. Because when he gets the numbers that he's going to spend in prison in years, in the United States prison, believe me that he's going to speak. And he's going to start talking. He's going to say, no, this is how it was. This is how it is. This is who we're talking about. And now the Interpol is getting involved because they know that a lot of these people, a lot of these crooked politicians, they're going to try to escape and they're going to try to move. Like nobody knows where is the ex-president Enrique Peña Nieto. They only know that he was living in a ranch in Spain, and now he's not in the ranch in Spain. Nobody knows his whereabouts. It is amazing. Fighting our corruption in our country, it leads to only one thing: money and power. That's it. It's amazing, people. It's amazing. God bless everybody that is watching. I'm going to get something to eat right here. I'm going to get something to eat. Let me put the phone right here where it was. I'm right here at Carl's Jr. I'm going to get myself a burger right now. Let me see your comments. There's a comment right here in Spanish. Says, Oscar, en las noticias mexicanas dicen que López Obrador le dio la presidencia al presidente Trump con el arresto de Cienfuegos. That's just stupid. It's saying, Oscar, the Mexican news are saying that López Obrador gave the presidency and the re-election to Trump with the arrest of Cienfuegos. López Obrador had nothing to do with it. Por favor, haz un video en español. Lo voy a hacer a las 6:30 de la tarde. Siempre hago los videos en español a 6:30 de la tarde. It had nothing to do with it. The president of Mexico had nothing to do with this arrest. Even he said it in the morning. He said it. Él lo dijo en la mañana. Él no tuvo nada que ver con este arresto. Ni sabían nada de él. It is the people and it is the leftist radicals that they are putting this on Andrés Manuel López Obrador accomplishment. It was not his accomplishment. It was the accomplishment of the DEA and the government of the United States of America. That's it. That's it. Don't buy Carl's Jr. Don't buy real meat burgers. I don't have too many options. I don't live in your country. I don't have Whataburger. I don't have In-N-Out. I don't have, all types of options. There's so many little options. So I'm sorry. So God bless every single one of you guys. Voy a hacer un video en la tarde en español y voy a explicar eso porque esa es una verdadera mentira. Lo que están haciendo ahorita. La izquierda se va a lavar las manos y va a decir, oh, mira los logros que hicimos. Y no hicieron nada. What I just said is the left over here in Mexico, they're going to say, oh, we did that. Oh, it was López Obrador, the accomplishment. Oh, yeah, he's draining the swamp. He ain't draining nothing. He's not draining nothing. He's almost been in 2 years, and he has not captured the politicians that he promised that he was going to capture. And he has not bettered the economy. He has not bettered the security. He has not bettered nothing. We are worse than we were before. It is a reality, and it is the truth. Whether it hurts, if you don't like it, get out. And if you like it, do your own research. That's what you need to do. God bless you guys. Super Chat is on the bottom. People who want to contribute, thank you so much. Doing right here the line at Carl's Jr. to buy myself a burger. Probably I'm going to go with the double Western bacon and some extra crisp cut fries. I get mad sometimes. I get upset sometimes because, I asked, when I placed my order, I said, can you add some crisp cut fries, please? And then they say the size, and I say, big ones, large. And then, I get I get my bag, and then when I go to the office or I go home, I check, and they take the normal fries, and they put the crisp cut fries. I never said replace the crisp cut fries. I said, can you add the crisp cut fries? But they don't get that. So sometimes I spend time talking to these people. No Whataburger. I'm not in El Paso, people. I'm not in El Paso. I wish